All right, hello everyone. I know like we haven't been uploading any video lately. Ricardo has been gone away on like vacation across Canada, out east, and I've been busy sorting out my wedding, so and a lot of time I haven't really had time to do any podcasts. But I want to put this together today because I didn't have a chance to put something about the Witch Queen release, and the little I have played of Destiny lately, the last 2 weeks was like mostly grinding for the game, the 1320. I barely play. I play with like one of my character mostly, and started on another character, and it was already reset. So I try to level up, and at the same time following out the story in the Season of the Lost. So I just wanted to cover some stuff. And like just starting with what's happening with the Witch Queen. So let's quickly talk about that and yeah, go over the video. Um, I'm pretty sure you guys all see the announcement. It was amazing, like the amount of stuff they coming, the fact that now the Witch Queen has another area. Like so, the swamp that people thought it was Los Angeles is not. It's basically her own world, her throne world. So that should be interesting. And the fact that now the Hive has ghosts, they call it Hive Guardian, which is crazy. That was a big surprise. I didn't expect to see that coming. I thought I would have seen it more with having Mitrax now with us in the tower. Maybe the possibility to have like Fallen with like Ghosts. But like the Hive throw me off, and I can see that being like amazing. It's just like creating a new type of champion. It's evolving into the storyline about what's happening. Now knowing that the Witch Queen's coming, she's gonna be one of our enemy. Um, it's crazy to think that right now in the Season of the Lost, we all knew she was Osiris. I don't know, like even with like all the rumor, there was like too many things pointing towards Osiris being like corrupted. Well, technically is the Witch Queen. And then like the fact that we see her transform, and then apparently Mara has like some stasis power or something, and she frees the Witch Queen. So understanding that and knowing all the story behind that, like the fact that like during like the Presage she was going after the Crown of Sorrow, or Osiris was, and then like during some of the mission they were talking about like the crow, like Osiris wanted Crow to grab some dead ghosts from Spider. So like it's quite interesting. Was it what she was planning all along to like ensure she can grab the power somehow? That's what like it's crazy. Now it's all connecting together. That was pretty amazing. So now we know what's happening. And that's all connecting. We know that she's gonna be the boss, so that means like we're gonna get rid of her. What is it? So something is chasing her, like Zero Raj chasing her. She's talking about the worm, so maybe we're gonna get rid of her worm, and that's how she's gonna be able to go back to her throne world. Um, and who knows, right? We're gonna have to see how it's gonna turns out. But like this season's gonna be 6 months, so you gotta think there's gonna be a lot of story they're gonna have to add. I didn't want to go too quick because I don't want us to get bored. But uh, be sure that there's gonna be at least maybe a month or two at the end before February, before the release of Witch Queen, where there's gonna be nothing. The story is gonna be done. We might have a community event because I think they did that last year with Beyond Light, so I can expect that. So that being said, Season of the Lost. So, yep. Uh, Now we gotta help the Witch Queen get rid of the worm or whatsoever. What's going on? The Crow met technically Osiris, well, the Witch Queen at the time, the entire time. So he doesn't know Osiris itself, how he is and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting, and the fact that he has a lot of burden based on his previous story, previous life, and everybody sees that because like compared to our guardian, he just woke up from being dead as a Russian or whatever. Like he was in the Cosmodrome or like in the old Russia. So that mean that like you cannot go back that far to get a backstory. Where Aldrin, he basically died and got revived almost right away. And he's mentioning that he got some memory flashback because like when he saw Mara, he's like, I feel like I know you. Um, I feel like because he wasn't dead long enough, maybe some of his memories stay. That's quite interesting. One of the things I can't expect from the Season of the Lost is that a lot more is going to develop for the Crow. Ikura's going to get a little bit more involved, maybe, because she's going to want to find Osiris. We already know that the Saint and Mitrax are like looking for Osiris based on some of the lore. So maybe we're gonna be involved with that. Maybe we're gonna find Osiris. Maybe we're gonna not find him because he's probably dead. The witch is she's just like not telling the truth. You know, she's giving tricks to everybody, right? So that's gonna be what we should see to come, right? Um, one thing I want to point out about the Witch Queen, what's coming, it's crafting. So weapon crafting is going to change a little bit, like what we do for chasing down for the loot we need, right? I'm pretty sure it's not going to change. We're going to still do Grandmaster, but it's not to farm for the weapon we want or the loadout we want. It's going to be mainly for getting certain parts to craft the weapon we want. So if I compare with other RPG MMO, crafting, you have to collect certain material, right? So if I think about it, if you want the specific weapon you want, and with the special role, let's say you can craft an exotic, who know, right? Maybe we could craft an exotic at some point. Well, you might have to get that specific exotic part to be able to craft it, and that's going to be the grind now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna get rid of the grind. It's still gonna be part of it. That's part of any MMORPG, and that's where they're turning more to be, right? So I believe it's gonna go like that. Um, the other thing, like we saw in the video, the glaive. That's amazing. First person, what do you call it? A first person melee weapon. Um, That's pretty cool. I wonder if they're gonna do that with the sword and all this, and make me feel like a little bit like Skyrim, you know, where like you can sword people like first person. I don't know. I can't wait to see how it turns out. But like we're gonna be only able to craft it. So are they like the fact that the glaive they mentioned you can only craft it and you cannot like get it as a drop? Are they gonna slowly transform things like that? Or it's just like almost like a test they're verifying. Remember, like the sun setting, maybe that's a test. Like sun setting, they push that out and they like, no, that didn't work. They change it. They were able to achieve maybe what they needed to do to get rid of a lot of weapon. So I'm hoping they solve that issue. There's mention about augmenting the vault, and they think it's not gonna solve the issue. I think they try to resolve it in a better way. Hopefully, find a good solution for that. Because now I'm all maxed out every time because of all the new weapon coming up. So hopefully, by the Witch Queen, they know what they're doing in terms of all the weapon, right? Yeah. So that's gonna be a big thing, I think. The other thing coming up is the change of the light subclass to match what stasis is. Um, so they're gonna start with the void. That should be interesting. They're gonna just rotate around. So instead of creating a new subclass, dark subclass, they're just gonna revamp all the light subclass, which is cool. Like maybe in the future we're gonna see more dark subclass. Who knows, right? So we'll have to see. That would be cool if we see. I know, like we talked about it before, the poison subclass because you have Thorn, it does poison. You have the exotic arm piece for the Warlock, which doesn't come up to me. It does like the poison, so like it was almost the direction we're heading, right? So, but no. Um, so I want to go back into mentioning about Mara. Some pre-IP she's back in Season of the Lost, but the fact she show her power being some sort of stasis, because like if she was able to freeze the Witch Queen, so to go back in Destiny 1 when she tried to fight Oryx, the Taken King, she used that like kind of orb power, maybe it was like more light power, with the use of her, I don't know what you call them, but the people that follow her. I can't come on top of my head now. Uh, I wonder if that was part stasis or it was never planned from the beginning and now they tried to show that she had stasis power all along. Who knows, right? So that should be another interesting thought. Um, 30-year anniversary, so that's coming up in December-ish. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was, they talk about November, December, so the end of the year. I guess it's gonna give us something plus. We got an activity coming and also Galororn from Destiny 1. Quite interesting. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be OP from the start. They're gonna have to nerf it or adjust it, but quite it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy to see that. It's like just another thing, the unvaulting, I guess, but it was in big demand since the beginning of Destiny 2, so that's pretty cool they're doing that. Now, moving on into some rumor. Going with the what's going on right now with the current season, with the season of the loss, the fact that we have a lot happening, right? So if you listen to everything is happening, they're talking about Skira the Watcher, and I'm pretty sure Mitrax mentioned about it like last season. We don't really know who that person is. There's a lot of theories saying that that could be the person in charge of the Taken more than like, Urix. The Taken King was like someone that acquired the power to create Taken or like become the leader of the Taken. But there's been a lot of mention about like having someone like beyond that point, like the final shape, like that's what they came out with the last DLC that's gonna come out after the Witch Queen, after Lightfall. That's gonna be the last one. It's the final shape. There's like some mentioning on some of the lore about the final shape. Not like specifically in those words, if that makes sense. They're like talking about shaping and then the line between light and dark being so little. The Witch Queen was mentioning that I think it was this week and last week about like look between the line, it's very thin. Look up, and that's who it is. So the person probably in charge, not necessarily of the darkness, but on both sides. My theory is that Skira the Watcher is the nine. So remember we saw the nine multiple time during the season of the Drifter. I think that's when we start seeing them more. There was probably mention about it before. I don't remember before that. But looking at the Prophecy Dungeon, we meet up with the. There's no name for her, right? She's the nine, I guess. She's a representative of the nine. But every time she talked with a drifter in the past or talked with yourself, the guardian, she's always mentioning she's watching. She's been watching you. She's been watching the drifter. She also give the ability for the drifter to do gambit by giving that planet, which is like I don't know if it's a planet of the moon, where like we used to do what's the activity, the tree? Was it three people activity? Yeah. Oh my God. The sunset, it's gonna come back to me eventually. But yeah, so she gave that to the drifter. And within one of the coin, within the story of the season of the drifter, there's a coin she gave to him, and on the coin there's a pyramid. So I wonder was that was a sign. And also, like, the drifter was able to capture Taken and release them into the Gambit. Was that because of the lady, the Nine, which I think her name is Kira, because she's been watching. She's a watcher. She has those power, I guess. Uh, I don't know. It's kind of like it may be all connecting eventually, but that's my thought right now about this. I found it quite interesting that all this is happening and it's all getting connected. I'm hoping by the end of this season we'll have a better idea who Kira is. I know she's been chasing House of Light or maybe all the Elixni, as Mitrax mentioned. He maybe has a better idea who it is. Maybe he eventually is going to see her and he's going to be, that's Kira. You know, he's going to be like, this is her. She's been chasing us. Who knows, right? There's a lot of like thing that like if you look at True Destiny's story, there's a lot of stuff they mention. We briefly went over, and it kind of disappeared. Look at Rasputin. That was a big thing. It destroyed the Almighty. Tried to destroy the darkness, those pyramid ship, and then vanish. And then we saw Nabri a little bit talking with Elsa. Elizabeth, basically, the Exo Stranger, through Beyond Light, and then she vanished. Like, what's going on with that? I think our expectation was that Rasputin is going to become an Exo, which I totally see that coming. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be included in this season. Maybe it's going to be in the future. Like, I wish it can come back with Rasputin and, like, keep going with that storyline. There's Cattle. I don't know how to say her name. Um, basically the Cabal leader. We had a fight with Earth during the season of the Chosen. Yeah, I think the season of the Chosen. I don't remember now. It's like getting all fuggy on that. But basically, we saw her. We fought with her. Or fought against her, kind of. Now there's like some sort of alliances is happening with her. There's an alliance with the Fallen. There's like this gathering of all the different like race that's getting together to fight one entity, but like we still haven't identified the entity. We still think that Witch Queen is the entity that we're fighting, but she's just another group. Maybe she's gonna tag along. She has her own goals, I will say, and one of them is to get some Hive Guardian, as we're gonna see in the Witch Queen expansion. Sorry about that. So that's what's happening, I think. Yeah, I think this season's gonna be quite interesting. It's gonna be a long season. Hopefully, I'm gonna have time to try other game within Stadia, cause if I look at the season of the Warty was like the other one that was like 6 month long. This one was a long season. At the end, I think I was like my season pass was at 800, something ridiculous. Because like there's just nothing else to do other than grind for stuff, just to get weapons, stuff like that. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's coming, and hopefully we can see more of the development with of the Dreaming City. Talking of which, Dreaming City, what's gonna happen with that is this season we're gonna like see Dreaming City disappearing. Maybe we're gonna remove the curse of the Dreaming City, at which point, like, okay, the Witch Queen mentioned that if we get rid of the curse, like if we help her, she can get rid of the curse and bring back Osiris. Is that gonna be true? Again, we don't know, right? Excuse me. Um, yeah. So Dreaming City. get rid of the curse. Is that going to be the last wish, the 15th wish we've been looking for? Is that something else we're going to discover in the next some of the next activities coming up, like a dungeon and stuff like that? Um, who knows, right? There's a lot of mystery, a lot to uncover, I think, going ahead. So hopefully we see what's happening within the next 6 months, and yeah, again, I'm pretty excited to see what's coming. So hopefully you enjoy what I talked about today, and hopefully you can like what I said, and please comment on your thoughts about what I just said covered with those my theory with Skira being the watchers controlling the Taken, and then which is the 9 basically. And yeah, if you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe, help the channel. My name is Sebastien, and hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys on Destiny 2. And if you like playing on Stadia, just like click on the link, try it for 2 months free. Join us on Destiny. Now it's cross-play, so it's amazing. Make it easier. All right, you guys have a good one. See ya.